let's do a relaxing breath work called 3-part breathing. And the reason that we're doing this today is that for many of us, we are in our sympathetic nervous system for a lot of the day, which means that we're maybe feeling a bit stressed, a bit overwhelmed. And if you were to think about the analogy of a car, it's like putting the accelerator on, so putting our foot on the accelerator. Whereas when we do 3-part breathing, which is a relaxing type of breath work, we're now putting our foot on the brake, so we're slowing down. And this is called our parasympathetic nervous system. So before we start, I want to explain that when I talk about deep breathing, I mean deep as in down, deep in the sea. So down into our body. It's not a big breath into our chest, it's down into our body. So let's start. So sit upright in a chair that's comfortable, with your feet flat on the ground or a little stool. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable, then just bringing your gaze down at your lap so that you're not going to get distracted. And I'd like you to feel your feet on the ground or on the stool, and really just let the weight of your legs be taken by your feet and the ground. So you don't have to tense up, we can let them go heavy. And now I want you to breathe through your nose if you're able, and just notice the breath. And how deep can you notice the breath in your body? Are you able to sense a slight bit of movement in your pelvic floor, for example? And it might be easy and comfortable for you to place one hand across your belly, so where your belly button is, and the other hand on your ribs. Now we want to have the hands and arms relaxed, we're not tensing up. So one hand on our belly and one hand on our ribs. And I'd like you to breathe in and out from your tummy. So you're almost imagining your belly is like a balloon. So in everyday breath, we're generally breathing in and out of our chest, up high. We're directing the breath down into our belly. And this is called diaphragmatic breathing when we do that. So we're activating our diaphragm. We're not literally breathing into our belly, but that's what it feels like. And so you should feel the hand on your belly moving a little bit as you breathe in and out. And now count how long your breath in takes and how long your breath out takes you. And just a reminder to breathe down low into your belly. And on your next inhale, I would like you to breathe into your belly, maybe about 70 or 80%, and then continue to inhale, but now we're directing that breath into our chest or our ribs, so where your other hand is. And then you breathe out from your belly first, followed by your ribs or your chest. So the tummy drops and your ribs and your chest relax when you breathe out. So into your belly, most of the breath into your belly, then about 20-30% of the inhale afterwards into the chest. Then breathing out from the belly first again, and then empty from the chest. And if you've got the hang of this, then counting how long your breath in takes you and how long your breath out takes you. And just a reminder to soften any tension that might be building. And now we're going to focus on the collarbones as well. So this is the third part. So on your next inhale, you breathe into the belly, about 70-80% of the inhale. Then the breath goes to your chest. And then just a tiny sip into your collarbones. So your collarbones just lift slightly. And then again, the breath out, it starts with the belly. We empty from the belly first, then the chest, and then the collarbone. And when we're breathing out, we're essentially just relaxing all of those parts. And again, if you're able, count your inhale and your exhale. And is it possible to match the inhale count, so how long it takes you to breathe in, with your exhale? And that might mean reducing the count of one of them or increasing the count of one of them. And now return your breath to normal. Let go of any technique, but keep your eyes closed or your gaze down. And I want you to focus on your back up against the chair. What does that feel like? Your thighs on your chair. And lastly, your feet on the floor. And just checking in with your feet. How do they feel? Are they hot, cold, light, dark, tingly, numb? What words would you use to describe the sensations in your feet right now? And before we open our eyes, what we're going to do is rub our palms together to create some heat. And then I'd like you to place those palms on a part of your body that you feel needs attention. And then you can slowly open your eyes.